Hi guys, this is Rob from Access. I've just had my first hands-on with Diablo 3 on PS3 and I'm very happy to be joined by Matthew from Blizzard. Hi, nice to meet you, Matthew.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
The first thing I want to ask is, as you know, you're renowned for making hardcore PC titles. How exciting is it for you guys to finally bring a game like Diablo 3 to PlayStation gamers?
Well, everybody at Blizzard's a gamer. Everybody, from the first secretary to Mike Morheim, we're all gamers, and a lot of us love to play games on consoles. So we've wanted to kind of get back into the console world, and we've been itching at it. So it was really, really great to finally be able to go back and to take, Diablo 3 and go, let's bring that to console. How's that going to work? How are we going to solve all those challenges? It was really, really awesome.
And obviously you're also renowned for making quite sophisticated games, deep games with lots of, a UI that is good for PC. How have you translated that to PlayStation and been able to use the controller on the PlayStation to make it accessible for console gamers?
So we had a few design pillars we created when we started working on the game, and one of them was the game had to be pick up and slay. You had to be able to very quickly grab the controller and just go and kill monsters and not struggle against the game. So we worked very hard on the controller to make sure that it felt natural, instinctive, that things translated well, and then we iterated over the user interface constantly, because that is what you're going to be interacting with your loot as you're equipping your hero with all the gear you've picked up, and we wanted to make sure that was going to be as seamless as possible.
Cool. So could you give us some specific examples, like you were showing me just there, how you've changed the menus around a bit to give console players a level of accessibility to the game, and you've put an evade on the right stick. Can you just give us a few examples of how you've mapped the controls to the DualShock 3 and the DualShock 4?
So one of the things we did is we've gone from a user interface point of view. What we've done is we have this radial menu. So you're using the thumbstick to kind of navigate around a wheel and go through the different item categories so that you don't have a giant list of things. We've added fast equip, which means that if you press up on the D-pad in the game, without opening up your inventory, you can equip items you've just picked up. So we keep the flow going. We make sure that we don't break up the pace. The other thing is, as you were saying, we've added an evade on the right thumbstick. You can flick it in any direction. Your character's going to do a roll or a cartwheel, a back flip. And we felt that was really important for an action game on console. There's a strong tradition about that. It also helps solve the fact that you're not telling your character where to go anymore like you do on PC by using a mouse and keyboard. You actually are going there yourself. So there's situations when you're surrounded by enemies, it's a little tougher to navigate. So we wanted that ability to kind of quickly put yourself at a distance from the enemy and then drink a potion, use a skill, and be able to sort of handle the massive enemy that you have on console, because it's the same as on PC.
And with regards to the PS4 specifically, what do you make of the PS4 as a piece of hardware? What's it like to design for? And the DualShock 4, is there any kind of neat things you've done with the touchscreen or used any of its kind of new features at all?
So we've just started working on the PS4 version of the game. We're not going to be a launch title, will be 2014. We've just started working with it. There's the engineering side, and they're like, how are we going to make the nuts and bolts work? Oh, this is awesome, blah, blah, blah. And then there's the design side, which is obviously a completely different challenge. And so for us, it is all about how we're going to use the social features, how are we going to integrate that into the game, and how are we going to use the controller and the touchpad especially to make the game even better. So we've started prototyping, iterating on it. We want to be very deliberate that everything we do with it is going to enhance the experience and is not just going to be there just because. So the first thing we've done is navigating the inventory, which is very logical, and it actually feels really, really good, because we've lost the options button because it's a share button now. So what we've done is we use the touchpad. You click on it, that opens up your menu, and then since your thumb is already there, you can navigate around the wheel, and it works really, really well. And so it's things like that, and what else can we do? What are the other things we can kind of prototype with it and see how we can push the game even more?
And I guess some players on PlayStation, this will be their first experience of the Diablo series at all. So can you give us, for those people, a really quick overview of the kind of classes you've got to choose from, how the co-op works, just the general basics of the game?
So Diablo 3 is an action RPG. You are, one lone hero against hordes of enemies. You're killing them, you're picking up gear, you're making your character more powerful again and again and again. There are 5 classes. You have some pure melee tanks like the Barbarian. You have pure range classes like the Demon Hunter, who uses crossbows, dual hand crossbows. You have the Wizard, very classic magical. You have the Monk, who's a melee character, a little bit more nimble, lots of dodging, lots of quick attack. And then the Witch Doctor, this kind of odd magical summoning beasts of the undead, you summon like walls of zombies or huge gargantuan creatures. So those are kind of the characters that you have access to. Now you can play up to 4 players together. Any combination between same screen couch play and online play through PlayStation Network. So one of the things is you and I could be playing together and we're on our couch and we have one screen, we don't split the screen, and then a friend of ours could join us online and he can roam around, do whatever he wants, he doesn't have to stick with us. So we're trying to make it as friendly as possible, as easy as possible for people to just have a good time on the game.
Thank you so much for talking to us, Matthew. That was amazing. That is Diablo 3 on PlayStation 3. If you want to check out more videos from Gamescom, we've got loads on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe. That is youtube.com/PlayStation Access.